breathe. No. Matt! Bea stumbled towards him and grabbed his arm, but it was too late. He pulled away and sprinted from the library. Bea hobbled after him, struggling to walk straight in her stilettos. "Cassandra!" Matt bellowed, storming down the flower-adorned marble staircase. Women dressed in silk gowns and pearls froze on the dance floor. Men wearing crisp shirts and sharp bow ties turned their heads in surprise. "Cassandra!" Matt roared again. He flew by beribboned chairs and tables decorated with soaring floral arrangements and sweet-smelling candles, past beaming guests and beneath fairy lights. Bea chased him. Then Matt spotted Cassandra. Standing gracefully beside the chocolate fountain, a champagne flute in one hand, the other resting on the railing of the outdoor decking, his wife was the epitome of beauty. She wore a low-backed, white lace dress that enhanced her height and her tan. Her lips were stained a cherry pink, and her thick blonde hair was held in a loose braid that draped down her back. She was the stark opposite of pale, dark-haired, barely taller than 5 foot Bea. "My loves," Cassandra said in her whispery voice as she caught sight of her new husband and her best friend. "Is it true?" Matt asked. "Is what true?" Cassandra asked, glancing nervously at Bea, who shook her head. The photographer and videographer homed in on the couple, capturing their conversation as diligently as they'd captured every minute of the ceremony. "Did you or did you not cheat on me at your hen's party?" Matt demanded. Cassandra blanched. She looked at Matt and then at Bea, accusation forming in her eyes. "You told him?" Cassandra's usual whisper was now a violent spit. The photographer snapped ferociously and the videographer fiddled with his lens. Bea hoped he wasn't zooming in. "Cass, I'm sorry. I just blurted it out. I thought he knew. He implied that he knew," Bea pleaded, trying her hardest not to slur her words and not to dissolve into a heap of tears. Cassandra ignored Bea and turned to her husband. "Matt, it was a mistake. A terrible, horrible mistake. I was out of my mind drunk. It obviously meant nothing. I love you. You know how much I love you." Her hand trembled as she reached for him. Guests surreptitiously gathered around the three of them, their hushed, intrigued whispers rising like hot air. Matt pulled away from Cassandra. "A terrible, horrible mistake you'll have to live with for the rest of your life, Cass," he said, his voice dark. "I can't even look at you. How could you do this to me? To us?" He looked devastated, defeated. Taking one last look at his now less than blushing bride, he spun around, pushing his way through the cluster of guests. The videographer and photographer looked at each other as if to say, "Do we stay with the bride or follow the groom?" Cassandra went to race after Matt. "Oh, Bea, you terrible person, you have to fix this." She knew Matt well enough to know he needed space. So she enveloped Cassandra in the biggest hug she could muster. "It's going to be okay, Cass. I promise you. I'll make it all okay," she said. Snap, snap, snap. The photographer had decided to stay. "Get off me!" Cassandra yelped, shoving Bea away. Bea struggled against her, holding onto Cassandra for dear life, hoping that, eventually, she would collapse into her arms. The harder Cassandra pushed, the tighter Bea held on. Then Cassandra punched and kicked, and Bea relented and fell away. Unfortunately, that was the exact moment when Cassandra gave one last heave, pushing herself and her couture dress straight into the chocolate fountain. Chapter 2. Dear Justine, thanks for coming on such short notice. Please do a thorough clean today, including wiping down all the cupboards and cleaning the windows. This will be my last clean, as I'm moving to Melbourne tomorrow. I know what you're thinking. That's pretty short notice to uproot everything and jet off to a new city where I have no friends, job leads, or accommodation, save for my sister, who lives 50 minutes out of the city. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm off to start afresh in Melbourne, the city of literature, coffee art, and smashed avocado. I've always wanted a more exciting life, and if not now, then when? Maybe I'll even live large.